Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin. Hello, cats. How are you?
Bertie.
There's the Jerry. Here's my beer. I'm sweating. I'm hot. I'm annoyed. This is going to be great.
Hot and
Hello,
shitty.
Crispin, James, Hazy, Rumbly, Porch, Stories of Houses, Demon Sub, Danley, Tuffy, and everybody else who gets in late.
The superior. Oh, there's a superior beige kickoff. Oh dear.
Let them fight.
Yep.
Visit www.onlycolors.com.
Only paints.
Onlypaints.com.
It's like only fans, but different. How's life? Good? Keeping good?
Trying to not to fall asleep.
Oh, that's one way of doing it, I suppose.
Yeah, had to do some maintenance work remotely last night to work in my time off. I got to bed about, I think, 1 a.m. Life's good. At least temperatures are bearable at night. Hello, Martha.
Ours are just starting to get down that way. We've had a lot of thunder and lightning past couple of days. It's a shame. Star Crash is awesome. Oh, is that what you go? Ah, well, yeah, I won't be there for it anyway, so you may as well.
Maybe at some point we should just watch a movie instead of looking at other people's projects.
Could do. It works very well in the House of Water, #BestHouse. We often watch movies on Saturdays. They're great.
No, James, not unplug the freezer. Bit more complicated. Can't talk about it. People would murder me.
I don't know if it was a good thunderstorm, Damon. It set the car alarms off in the street. So I had that going for it.
At least the thunder part was working then.
No. Plenty of lightning. That was, very extravagant.
Oh, you know what really grinds my gears with current beer bottles?
Sand? All right.
Because for some odd reason, the return automatons where you put in the empty bottles, we return our bottles to the vendor. We have
sure. Yep.
We receive money
for
bringing them back. And
sure, if we got money, we would do that as well. As it is, they just get winged in the bin.
In order to do so, they skipped the part where it was we can scan the color and shape of the bottle and can tell by that way it's a returnable bottle. No, now they need to scan the barcode on the back side.
But that means you can't pick the barcode off.
Yes.
It's just help unlucky.
A nice sweaty bottle, and I could just peel the label off it, but I'm not allowed to.
I don't think anybody's allowed to set the old car alarm booms off anymore, is he? Otherwise, they'll get their money. Their funding will be stopped. Nobody wants that, especially not tonight. If at any point you hear music or drums beating or anything like that, and I have to get up and shut my window, it's because they've kicked off for the 11th.
Yeah, James, pretty much. So you buy a bottle of refundable beverage of any kind of sorts, and you pay between 7 cents and 30 cents, depending on what it is. And when you bring it back, you get your money back.
We're the Riverdance people. That's true. Dum, 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 dum. There's two simultaneous conversations here. I'm talking to Hazy Boy, and you're discussing returnable bottles. The only way to return a bottle is by stuffing a rag in the top of it and setting it on fire. And turn it that way. That's how you return a bottle.
But at the same point,
25 cents.
You're not returning it empty, are you?
No, we're not. No. 25 cents, the equivalent of 25 rubles. At the moment, that number may fluctuate. Good old rubles, making everything else look absolutely fucking mustard. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I think people are not here to talk about returning bottles.
No, you sure?
Maybe rebuttals, but not returning bottles.
Might be. Give it time. Give
When
it
we're old
time.
enough.
I used to get 10 pence back. It's quality.
Yeah, that's if memory serves, that's around the same amount we had in Deutschmark way back when. But there have been so many reforms on that front that yeah. Initially, it was one charge regardless of what kind of bottle you brought in, but then they shifted.
My God. Huh? Look at that. Spider-Man says he's given up alcohol because he'd become enslaved after a very, very boozy Christmas. Who here thinks that Spider-Man didn't really drink that much to begin with? Anyone? It's just me.
Spider-Man is a imaginary character, so who cares?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about the actor whose film just tanked at the box office?
I don't think Spider-Man's had a tanking film. Has he? No, doesn't sound right. All of Spider-Man's films have been very successful, with the exception of the third Sam Raimi one, where they had all the villains.
I can't remember which was the last. I think the last Spider-Man movie I watched was the one with the iconic scene where he's hanging upside down and is kissing his girlfriend.
Right. Okay, you're about 25 years behind everybody else. Well, apart from that, which was massively successful, there were another 2 of that series, and then another 2 of a different Spider-Man, and then there've been 3 of a completely different Spider-Man. It's the most recent Spider-Man. He's the only Spider-Man who's actually been a teenager, I think, as opposed to, well, whatever you call him, Tobey Maguire, who was 46 when he was playing a teenager. Can't top Spider-Pig.
Spider-Pig.
That was from a film, wasn't it? I've only ever seen that clip, so I've no idea how the rest
Simpsons.
of that. Yeah, but I've no idea how the rest of that film went. I just know that at one point he did Spider-Pig and put him across the ceiling.
You need to get yourself a copy of that. It's.
Do I though? Because anytime I look at The Simpsons, it's mostly horseshit.
Yeah, but this is so compact and bullshit.
Oh, okay.
At one point, Homer Simpson is hugging a demolition ball, and is just whacked against one wall and the other. For about 5 minutes, he just goes, "Ouch, ouch."
See, I think The Simpsons stopped being funny to me about 2001, whereas Futurama was great, but they keep cancelling it. It's the Family Guy of the Simpsons universe. It's very peculiar. Thinking of a pig with a bomb on it, like in the Death Trap Dungeon video game. Oh, I missed that. But surely it can't be Islamic if it's a pig.
Sounds like an orc invention.
That makes no sense.
There's a new Futurama this month on Disney Plus.
Can a pig convert to Islam and then become a jihadist?
Well,
you're asking the big questions here, Demon. I like it.
Since it's not eaten.
It's true. But they are filthy animals, and that's why you're not allowed to eat them. And if it's filthy, can it be clean enough? Does the very fact that a bomb-wielding Arab pig explodes itself in a load of Christians/Jews, is that enough to cleanse it? Enough to see Allah and get 72 pig virgins?
Is it enough for redemption?
I mean, it's a theological puzzle that I feel like I should find some theologians doing a live TV debate and ask them.
You call in and just ask questions.
Oh God, yeah. I imagine that's why Hitchens is dead, because he's seen this one coming. He knew what was coming, got out early.
One way to get smoked, yeah.
Oh, I think so.
So you're saying we're going to watch some people's project then?
Why not? So you pick these via a very important medium. There was a keyword you were looking for, which was swampy bollocks.
Yes, sun, heat, and sweat. Not even kidding. So project titles with sun, heat, and sweat in them is going to appear today. The first one is Necron 099, Wall Song Wanderings.
Yep. which I notice contains none of the words you said contains in it.
Some.
Oh, so of course, because
And
it's right.
don't blame your
Oh
search
my
engine
word!
on me.
Okay. I hadn't even fucking triggered out, so they could be in the middle of a word. Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Even if you don't explicitly use some kind of placeholder to say
Have we got
it's in the
cheating
middle.
then in case of heat?
No, it's
That'd be good.
just it's horrible.
Okay. So Volsung, a campaign that Necron was doing with 144 artist.
Yes, he says so in the description. Painting miniatures for and after action reports for a Wilson campaign, doing with 144 artists, back in 21. Project is still active.
I'm shocked we missed it. Maybe doesn't would pop in, let us know how one went. Back in time. I have a feeling I looked at this, potentially even got a golden button, because I remember that.
That lady.
No, the Italian flag awning on the little cafe / bistro with all the things outside. Or I wonder if that was something by 144. And that's why it's appearing here.
Doesn't say.
Nope, no, it doesn't say. You're right. And yet, it looks hauntingly familiar. So it could go either way. Who knows?
Or maybe you've seen it on the part of the battle report that 144 did.
Could be. Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. I seem to remember
the
quite a lot.
Are exquisitely done.
Secret Project says it doesn't have a golden button. Yeah, but there's no point in asking it those questions. You never know. Never know how this game's played, you see. I absolutely love the setup because there's just so much going on in the pictures. Look, it's even got one of those tiny big machines where like a midget can wish to be big. Strangely, I opened a box earlier on today, which is over there, and it contained the Van Reer and something else. I was like, oh yeah, I own factions for Volsung. I remember that. She printed some Mexican cowboys. Here's my handful of Mexican cowboys. What I was painting, or not painting, cleaning the other day. Got a whole pile of them. And I've even got a German.
Oh no!
Yeah, Klaus. He was
Hello,
nuts.
Zorg. Welcome.
Are they just Mexicans with guns? Well, they're Mexican cowboys. Specifically, cowboys from Mexico.
Let's take on the world.
Getting girl genius from the... Well, yeah, it's, as Tim's pointed out, it is Pinky and the Brain. You can see them both. Pinky is on the end of the gun and the Brain is driving the whole thing.
Yeah.
So...
what do we do tonight?
Are you pondering what I'm pondering? Gee, Brain, I think so, but me and Pippi Longstocking, what would the children look like? That's an actual one from Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, it's been so long ago that I've seen an episode of those that I just...
If they called them sad meals, no one would buy them. Anyway.
Snarf.
Snarf. There's the young lad I used to know. I used to call him Pinky because he would always make some sort of weird noises. And it just sounded like he was going like Snarf Resort or something. He was always saying something just strange. It's just it's like you just can't let silence occur for more than 30 seconds without having to fill it with a noise, can you?
Some people are like that, and I totally get that. But the older I get, the more I can enjoy absolute silence.
We're just lashing out at them.
Oh, it works so well when people come to my office and I just stare at them.
Carla McCarthy, no relation to Mick McCarthy.
Within this project is a little tutorial on how to pin your resin column, which is nice.
Yep. But, I mean, I wouldn't do it that way, but yeah. or not.
If it works, it works. So this is a project that has been going on for 3 years and is now laying dormant for at least 2 years. So
Yeah. So they would
wakey,
expect that when all of a
wakey.
sudden people just start going, "Where's the next part of this campaign?"
Yeah,
I'll show you. I'll show all of you.
had I had time to read prior to the show, I would have looked up the appropriate project by 144 and maybe annoyed him. But maybe the gods of dice are with us, and the next one of the next projects is his, but I doubt it.
You have to post the pedo stuff. I don't know. Love to. All right. Ren and Stimpy.
Oh no.
As they all are. You know what they're like. Eddie holds a goal.
Next project, please.
If they pull their trousers up, they can pull their pants down. If they're old enough to bleed, they're bleeding old enough. Which one of these do you think is going to get you demonetized, by the way, Tim?
None, because I'm not monetized.
Oh, you're no fun anymore.
I never was. I'm a German.
That is very true.
Oh. John Crick Paluzzi. That's a name.
Isn't it, though? So this is the poor man's cyberpunk. Or Shadowrun, as it's known.
Shadow Sun in a Weekend.
I would stick with Shadowrun. There's more jokes to be had at Shadowrun's expense.
It's a short one and also complete. So he tried to build and make a appropriate.
Well, yeah, it's one of the Tau mecha battle suits. Their knight equivalent, or whatever the fuck they call them. It's interesting looking color scheme as well on it. It almost has the Aztecing / digital camo look by painting the panels in different tones rather than going for a full single shade across the whole thing, which is interesting.
That's some kind of video game these kids play.
Yeah, I imagine that's
The inspiration.
probably what you call that one. It was on the PlayStation. Afterburner? No, something like that. Went round very quickly. Played terrible music.
I know you. Wipeout? No.
Sure, but wasn't that a thing with Argentinians and water?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
Richard the
don't
Hamster
also
Hammond.
not
Real hamster.
recall this design of vehicle, so does he tell in his project?
Oh, he probably does. It's much more fun to just try and guess randomly based on words.
Destiny 2.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right. Parkrun would be great. I always see it advertised down at the park.
What the hell is Parkrun?
I don't know, but it gets like 10,000 people showing up because they keep saying Parkrun 10K. So it's all good.
Oh, it's the missing link from 30k to 40k.
So Ewok, you see those private projects, when are they going to get unprivated? Just asking for a friend. I really like the one with the statues.
Well, I would run if I had a case full of money that is 10k.
Yes.
Through a park.
Oh, no point in running.
I doubt that would be the reason why they are running.
Get you anyway.
Probably true. Could buy a taxi.
Yeah. I'd join a taxi.
Taxi!
Wouldn't get in the park anyway.
Taxi, that reminds me of the old Commodore 64 game, Space Taxi.
Space Taxi?
Yeah, you had multiple levels where some random dude sits and is calling you, "Hey, taxi!" And because it sucked up all of the power the C64 could muster, the game froze while he said that. And
Nice.
then you had to fly your space taxi there, collect him, and bring him to the landing pad he wanted to go.
But you've already got like 5 or 6 things in that project. You've got A, B, C, D, and I think E. I know this because those are the titles of each of the things.
Hello, Redders, welcome. Uploading was like pulling teeth. Yeah, but I think personally, I have the feeling the site is a bit more responsive. So I'm not sure what Tom does or did, but it seems
Oh,
to be working.
could be.
Or it could be a coincidence.
Yeah, it's probably that. What else has Sathran done? Because I remember the Count Dracula thing. There's something else that I already follow him for. It's a really annoying fly, and it's been here for fucking ever now. And it won't fuck off. Or
Fly,
die.
friend, fly.
Very annoying.
At the hamster, probably. Or the hamster's trying to escape due to the heat. And is running as fast as he can.
Tell you what, you haven't seen heat until it's in there. Oh, it's his elves, that's why. I know his elves.
So where do we go from here? Where do we go?
Oh.
Dirt.
Oh no.
Song.
Oh
Gotcha.
god. Oh, why would you even say that anymore? It's the most offensive thing on this channel ever. And Tim spends his time extolling the virtues of Hitler.
Make up the words. On a bad day, the project system feels like putting on an Everton shirt and go to vote to.
Oh my god.
I read those words and they literally mean nothing to me.
Oh, you're so lucky. You're so lucky.
You're so lucky.
Anyway,
Yes.
this delightful fellow
Thank you.
is Dutch, so that J is probably pronounced as a.
Now I'm pretty sure it's punch you.
Just try putting a in there.
No, not with my saliva today.
Mm.
It's probably going very wrong.
It's a extravagant looking bit of kit for the old Vol sound. See what you've done there again. Sound.
Is it?
But
But it's only 3D printed.
sure. Why not?
But it's got so many rivets on it, can't really tell.
Ugh. Ugh.
What now? What?
Oh, somebody just said the M word. Yeah,
The M word.
yeah. The I remember that. What you call it? Printable scenery thing. They're halfling. I wouldn't even see halfling village. It was like a halfling town. Everything was very brick and mortar, steampunky.
In half size?
Yeah. Not that matters whenever it's 3D printing anyway, I suppose.
Oh, speaking of 3D printing, have you seen that we have lost another one to the dreaded ARC black magic stuff?
I talking about Pete talking about it in Discord earlier.
Yeah, and he was very inquisitive about 3D printing on Facebook the last few days, and I think he's going to invest.
No, it'll be fine. He'll think about it, and then he'll be like, "Oh my god." We just sent him to Denzian's project where he explains that the pre-installed box that it printed really nicely, and then when he attempted to put in a slicer program, his laptop kept going, "Nah, I'm too old to use that slicer program," and wouldn't work. So he couldn't actually use anything until he got his brother, I think, brought down a laptop. So it just seemed like an awful lot of, I mean, even more of a pain in the arse than I imagined. The fact that you've got to have 2 different programs to fucking get the bastard thing worked out and then plug it in to print it. No, fuck that. No fucking happening.
Yeah, David didn't miss much except for the first half of my bottle. James is pretty spot on. I think Pete just wants to print castles. Force Balance Wall. Welcome, Duck. And Demon Sub has the cure. Show him
Show him the
uncured
exploded resin, yep.
exploded resins.
Well, you know, it's uncured at the start. It's very much cured once it exploded. It's good. It's good times. Anyway, there's some spanking stuff from Port.
Punch you.
Especially with his gangs, mobs, grifters, whatever they're called. Tell you what, really nice Infinity warbands as well. Which I think is where I met him.
I love the old lad in his wheelchair with the musket on.
Oh, right. The miniature, not his old lad.
Nah.
His wheelchair. Your old lad's just popped out there. You mind popping it back in and zipping yourself up? What? Eating Monster Bunch. Consider what paints to use next. Oh, they're absolutely stonking. Ewok. It's one of those games where I wish I do have a couple of gangs for it, but it's not something I've ever gone back and looked at, really. There hasn't been the attraction, enthusiasm to get other people involved with it, which is probably a shame. The midgets, wherever the midgets live, the Skilla, or Skyla, or Scylla, depending on your point of view. Two of them are Mario and Princess Peach. Another one is Dick Tracy. And another one is Al Capone. So they're tiny little gnome, hobbit, halfling, dwarf, squat, whatever they are. 1920s gangsters.
I mean, Peach
and
Mario as 1920s gangsters sounds very lovely. Mario's
great, and Princess Peach has a little Y-shaped caterpillar. It's pinging at somebody's head. One of them has it. I think it's Peach. It wasn't until I was painting them, or at least priming them, thinking about painting them, that I realised who they were. Because Mario's there with his dungarees and his peak cap. And in fact, stop! Ambiguate that one. Mario and Peach are on the right-hand side. Mario's got blue hat and yellow, and Peach is beside him as a ginger. But the figures themselves are actually cigar-smoking, mustachioed, fat plumber with braces and belt and wrench. And then the other one's little Princess Peach. And then there's Capone with the sniper rifle. Dick Tracy's been fed to the fishes by the other gangsters. So that's the skeleton. Really nice little mob group, and different from what you'd normally see, especially whenever it comes to I suppose they're halflings more than dwarves. Generally you don't see halflings as being particularly vicious mob boss type people, but Volsung, they went with it. It was good times.
And why shouldn't they? It's something different.
That's it. So different fact that nobody bought the game.
Isn't that a masked cat in the rear back?
Could be. I find it best not to infringe on its liberties.
And a cat woman of sorts with
sure
ample cleavage, as it's tradition.
All of that and so much more. Yeah, there's some really nice. Apart from the painting in there, there's a few internal pictures of buildings, and he's got wallpaper on the walls and stuff like that.
Is a chunk of a building.
No idea. I was thinking it could be Wipeout, but I also think that's Hammond in Argentina watching people get hit in the face by boxing glove into water. So I like the undead ones, Dave. I'm not a fan of the regular halflings they did. They're all very fat. They're all Games Workshop's idea of a halfling, and that they're all one step away from stage 2 diabetes. Wilfred Brimley should be there. Tell them where they can get cheap insulin from. I got the diabetes.
Well,
my name's Wilfred Brimley.
At least it's not an American company, Games Workshop. Imagine that.
Oh, that'd be terrible. Actually, I can't see how could it be any more over the top than regular Games Workshop. So I'll not worry too
Yeah,
much.
that's true. Speaking about terrible companies,
Yes.
what's your personal take on the 25% acquisition of what's it called?
Warlord
Warlord
Games.
Games? And I was going to say Barnes and Nobles, but that would be total bollocks. Who
Hornby.
was it? Genau, yes, that
Yeah, I
one. Hornby.
don't think it makes a blind bit of difference.
Uh,
You know, John Stallard retired, I think, this year from Warlord, and he's still the majority shareholder. I think he just can't be arsed. So somebody want to buy this office? Him. Everybody who formed Warlord were formed when Games Workshop kicked them all out.
mm.
Wherever they went, we don't want people who know how to make games and enjoy themselves. We want people who will rape the customers. Ian Gaskell, I'm looking at you. So John, Paul, Rick, somebody else. There was 4. I seem to remember originally. Oh, maybe the Perrys count as 2 together. Maybe not. Anyway, whoever it is, I think there were 4 original, and they essentially started the company with the money they got from the redundancy package from Games Workshop. So they're all in their 60s, if not close to their 70s now. I'm pretty sure if Hornby want to pay them so they don't have to worry about running a company, then they'll take it and fucking go.
Although I
Yeah,
couldn't
the
blame
fat
them.
bloke is still there, Paul Sawyer. So. Mark Bedford, I think that could be it. But
Rapey
yeah,
like a
yeah,
BBC presenter.
I honestly don't see, because I know some people are looking at it going, oh my god, and you're going, well, who cares? But you know, what difference does it make in the grand scheme of things? Hornby are looking at it from an investment point of view because Warlord Games have done very well. They had a turnover of 16 million last year. Not sure what the final profit result on that was, but it was substantial. So, you know, it's not like they're about to go under if they didn't get investment. I think this is literally the original guys going, I want to hang up. I was going to say fuck off to the Med, but they can't unless they've got an Irish passport. I want to fuck off to the Med for 179 days and then come back to England for the summer. Well,
So they're not a water company.
no. Now, if they were a water company, the government would have just been subsidising them to fuck it, run it into the ground, and then they'd come along and go, now we're going to put all the prices up. You have to pay for what we've done, running it into the ground. Do you want to put the government subsidise that? And you're like, yeah, but don't worry, that subsidy will still pay our bonuses. It's good. It's good times. Fuck the Tories. Thatcher's still not dead enough for me.
I guess you're not the only one of that opinion, from what I've heard.
No, not by a long shot. Unfortunately, doesn't really make a difference.
Maybe someone should be
Yeah.
very versed in the art of necromancy, raise her so you can kill her again.
Oh. I know what you mean, Pete. I think, I could be wrong, I think Hornby and Warlord have had a unofficial relationship previously, whether it was something to do with distribution or manufacture. Because remember, Hornby went through that patch where they almost went under and they sent all their manufacturing to China and all shit like that.
Yeah, Blinky had a very interesting story to tell in the forum. So if you want to read up on that, that's very interesting.
Yeah. So I think there was something there already, and then
Hello, Jill.
I literally think it's the guys who are going, it's time to retire. You know, when everybody is writing books on
how great the past was.
Yeah, you've reached the point when you're writing your memoirs. Got contacted today, actually. Kev Adams, the Goblin Master. There's a book about him is about to be published as well. It's like, would you be interested in talking about this? Would I? Fucking hell, of course. Would you fucking monkeys? It's Kev Adams, you mad bastards, man who defined what a fucking goblin was. Anyway, but yeah, when everybody's doing that, you're probably going, it's time to settle down. Hang up the irons by the door.
Does this mean Lloyd will be able to get his trains from Warlord soon? Potentially.
Wouldn't have thought so. Hornby can't be in that bad a position if Hornby were able to front 1.25 million with a idea to or an option to buy in 2 years. So it must be flush at the moment.
Or at least have someone who's giving them the cash.
I don't think Lloyd would be buying anything from Hornby. Hornby Triang or like lower end. He's not the man who looks at it and goes, "Oh, I can get a whole train set for 50 quid here." You know, he's a man who looks at £400 carriages. So
has Kev Adams gone back to Games Workshop?
don't think so.
I feel something like that would have made big waves.
Yeah. There's another Kev now. Kev, who used to sculpt for Hassle Free, has gone to GW. He went to Forge World.
Oh.
But that was a while ago. I'm trying to remember. It was Kev White, in fact, isn't it? Of course it is, because it's black and white. For fuck's sake. Don't even know why I'm asking you. Anyway. Warlord 2.3 million in profit. Yeah.
White, yes.
Yeah. They had 16 million turnover last year, and I know they're cash flush. So yeah, it's not a major thing. But yeah, Kev Adams, he has his own website, by the way, if people are unaware. Kev has Goblin Master.
Yeah, and he has a forum you need to pay to enter.
Fine, I have no problem with that. Yeah, in the grand scheme of things.
It's a reverse takeover. That would be interesting. Warlord gobbling up Hornbees.
Yeah, fuck Nick. And Donaboo. Where's Antrim this year? Fucking nowhere. Same as they are every year. Gobshites.
Oh, welcome, Nick. Didn't see you there through my beer glazed goggles.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that long ago since Kev. Remember, Kev was attacked in his home. I thought he was going to lose the use of one of his eyes. Some home intruders came into Berglund, beat the show.
Some people.
Yep. But thankfully, okay now, back to sculpting. He has his version of the Snotling pump wagon where they keep pissing in a barrel of ale to feed to the goblins. Or not goblins, feed to the dwarves on the treadmill. And they get so high off the goblin piss that they just keep running and running. Absolutely nothing to do with the miniature, but I love the fact that Kev is still doing shit like that. It's fucking great. All is good. Should love to pipe block at them. Yeah, we're just hitting the head with some lead. But yeah, that's what happens. It's all great in hindsight. We all think we're going to have at the intruders with our various medieval weaponry and accoutrement around us. But when it finally happens, they come and hit you over the back of the head with something heavy before you see what's happening.
Or you're sitting on the throne and you're not able to get up.
Well, I'll be safe then, because they wouldn't come into the bathroom if I was in there. I barely want to be in the bathroom when I'm in there.
Talking about things we don't want to be, let's go look at another project.
Sure. We're going to go Rising Sun from the website that's there to rate people's paint jobs.
Yes, I guess so. Oh, funny thing. Today I was watching a Twitch streamer and she was going, yeah, and I wish there was a site where you could just, look at people's paint jobs and discuss matters of how things are painted, and half the stream chat went, "You're talking about Cool Mini or not, are you?" I don't think she had a clue what we were talking about. Or she deserves an Oscar for being very straight-faced while not believing anything we say. Yeah, but this is chlorophyll.
Yes, chlorophyll.
The green stuff which makes plants grow.
Could be that, or it could be that his name's Phil and he really likes chloroform. That's what his mates call him.
Ah, don't you just love it how Jerry always finds the most brightest spot in anybody's life?
Just saying. There's some wacky shit going on here. I've heard really good things about Rising Sun. Not so much that I would ever want to go near it and buy it, but you know, apparently the game itself is very solid.
I'm pretty sure I never could play that game because every time somebody puts out the box, I would immediately start singing that dreaded song.
Barbie Girl.
There is a house in New Orleans.
Bastard.
They call the Rising Sun. Did you get the fly?
No. I thought I did, but no. So not Barbie Girl, that's what we're saying. Okay. There's some interesting bits and pieces with this. I like the fact that they've color-coded the bases.
Did they?
It's just something I often think about doing. And do for my Dread Bull. So you can look down and go, yellow is a striker, red is a guard, and blue is a jack.
Like in the olden days from Blood Bowl.
Yeah, I'm sure you could have done it in Blood Bowl, although
Blood
generally
Bowl did it. In the first and second edition, they had color-coded rings around the bases.
Okay.
Lineman thrower.
Oh, because they only had the one sculpt. I honestly can't remember that. Take your word for it. Old age comes to us all.
I'm pretty sure of that because you can still buy on Etsy and other places color-coded rings for Blood Bowl.
Oh, okay. Oh, to be fair, you can get color-coded rings for 1 million games these days.
Oh, I was going to stop you right there because I thought you would say you can get rings for 1,000 cocks.
No. It's a lot of cocks.
It's a lot of rings.
Yeah, But they're synonymous and equal in that regard. If it's 1,000 rings, then it's 1,000 cocks as well. Bastard.
Nick from Grape Rhymer. Venga Boys, We Like to Party is constantly playing in my head. No other song has space.
Squared rings, not to be confused with the squared circle, which the Undertaker must use to send the souls of demons back to hell, which was the storyline of the Undertaker's comic book.
Is that related to the wrestling dude?
Yep.
Okay.
After a load of demons and souls escaped, Satan released the Undertaker to use the power of the squared circle to return the souls back to hell.
At least someone is having fun at WWE.
I think so. White thrower, yellow catcher, red blitzer, green blocker. Nothing for linemen. Poor linemen. 1,000 Prince Alberts as well. Oh no, it's all gone wrong. See, look, green base. Which would make him Leshen. Oh.
Could be.
Could be that.
But I have to say, for board game miniatures, these do look nice.
Oh, you should see the board game miniatures I've been putting together. They look fucking amazing. I think I've shown them off in the house of order. Hashtag business.
For an upcoming project of sorts?
Could be. Who knows? They're all Chinese as well. Chinese. That was one. This is a different one. see.
Yeah, he really made this work for him, I think.
I think so. It's one of those. It's if you could be arsed. I think I could be wrong on this. I think Rising Sun is one of those games where the amount of miniatures justified. You're not getting a embarrassing amount of miniatures. The box set contains X. That's it. It's a small, self-contained, self-sufficient game. It's achievable. It's not like you have to be Lawner to complete it. So, you can't sit down and paint a lot of them. Whereas these days, especially from Cool Mini or not, the website that's there for rating people's paint jobs, they work on the principle that if you don't have 300 to 400 unnecessary plastic models in your game, it's not a game. Therefore, not worth their while sticking onto Kickstarter.
It's like the old game Zombies, where you just have buckets of zombies. Oh, James, we don't talk about those things anymore, I think.
Cheesy Hawks? What?
James Scott's still
coming soon
loving
lots.
those coming soon links on Beast of War.
Any day now. Don't worry about it.
Just hang in there a bit
Yep.
longer.
They're being worked on.
As we speak.
The problem is if people ask for them, because then Lloyd will get really annoyed and then finally do it, and then we'll have no reason to have it. Like asking for free to be added to the titles should have still been here if people hadn't made such a big song and dance about it. But as it was, we had to get rid of her. Just didn't want to go. I made her. That's how that one goes.
You're killing me.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
If people hadn't tried to push her up on an equal level with myself, stealing my thunder, then maybe she'd still be here and people would,
to push her up to your level, we need
Step
so
ladder.
many boxes.
Has Lloyd added Miniature Wonderland yet? No, not yet. Not yet.
I think
It's okay because we've got the House of Water terrain one, so that's good enough.
I think when Lloyd starts adding Miniature Wonderland pictures, the site will inevitably crash.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Free the best
Luckily,
accent.
it has no mute button.
I didn't think Free had an accent. Just kept that hidden.
Oh god,
Easy,
what's
tiger.
happening now?
Are you allergic to beer?
Potentially a
Gluten
bit.
tolerant?
No, I'm actually allergic to grass.
Oh.
So and hops is a kind of grass. So.
Oh.
But
Well,
it
what you
hadn't
need
happened
is
to
what
me.
they call it. It's not immersion therapy, but it's something like that. We just need to force so much upon yourself that you just deal with the phobia. Like if you're afraid of spiders, just put you in a bath and cover you in spiders.
Yeah, but it's not a phobia; it's an allergy.
You say that.
Also, I did something similar to that as a teenager.
Say,
It didn't really help.
of course it would. Why would
Of
it
course,
not?
I have the plague.
Makes no sense. I don't know, David. At one point, I thought she was going to pop down and see us at Salute, but then she didn't appear. So I did. Got a message from Ryan, little Ray. Just before UKGE, actually, a week before. So what was that? Start June. And he sent me a couple of pictures of his multi-award-winning miniatures game Moonstone figures that he'd got because he got the starter set. And then followed that up with how do you keep your models, bastard. It's really starting to bug me now. How do you keep your models from breaking and stuff? Because they got I think Carthaginian or Roman army for Clash of Spears. It's like Clash of Spears and Moonstone. I'd go gay for you, Ryan. So I'm looking to see that in the not too distant future. Probably get Rai down, play some games.
Message from Sam. No clay works here. So, Night Runner did a spring clean challenge last year, so yeah, but
Hmm.
he didn't finish his ancient grenadier miniature.
Oh, shame.
But it looks interesting.
It's a woolly rhino. A woolly rhino. I haven't heard from Sam, but Sam plays with Lance and Ben. They do online role playing, I think, almost weekly. So, but yeah, the big woolly rhino. Actually, one of our local club members has a big grenadier collection, and fucking. I was talking to him last Wednesday, and he was telling me about a new company in England, or not a new company, but a company that has recently acquired some of the grenadier molds. I was
Ooh.
like, oh, that's interesting. And fucked if I can remember what he told me. It was very hot, and I was trying to make the computers do the things, and none of that was happening. So I'll have to sort that one out. But yeah, this is for Saga Age Magic. Some interesting looking fellows in there. Really nice paint job as well. Really fucking crisp.
Yeah, and I love
Not crisp in, crisp.
the overall image. Looks
This is
very
overall.
coherent.
Look, if anybody ever wants to know what my Vikings look like, they look like those Vikings, except mine aren't painted yet. You know, it's good. It's good times.
Maybe you should just print out this picture and take it with you when you play
Just
your
hand it to people.
Vikings.
Yeah.
Look at this picture and imagine these are mine.
Imagine what my shit would look like if I painted them like this.
Use your imagination.
He's got two Grenadier Giants. One that he's going to be using for his dwarves as some form of ally. So he'll probably have to ally them in via the ogres or humans. And then I don't think he has the Goblin one, because we were discussing the Grenadier Goblin Giant, which at one point he could have bought for 20 quid. I was like, seems expensive. I was like, these days you're going, oh my Christ. I was like, a kilogram and a half of lead. Oh, the Hell Giant was nice. I read the Goblin Giant, though, carrying the massive war platform across his shoulders that had two bolt throwers and a goblin crew on it. It was just fucking amazing. Grenadier were just great.
And
I mean,
them
look at
all
that.
made of metal.
Not all of them. The plastics were made out of plastic.
Uh,
But the metal miniatures were certainly made out of metal. I'll give you that. Granted. I have a Grenadier undead dragon in a cupboard behind me somewhere.
oh no, somebody lent Crispin a hand.
Oh no. Oh no.
Missing a hand.
There's better be some way you could replace that, though.
You make him a pirate, use a hook.
Hook. It's an outrage. Outrage.
Why? It's just a hook. And then
Stuff
you
it
can
down his
go
pants.
around bite people's tongues off. Because he's a hook
Stuff
bearer.
it down his pants. Anyway.
Next project, please. I'm
Sure.
sweating.
Yep. Well, you know, we're all sweating. But some of us are looking at the stars. Oh, hang on a minute, that makes no sense. Sandy Hook. Oh, Zorg. That didn't happen.
144 Artist explores Linus and Wolsong. I guess this is the other half
Doohickey. Could be
to
that.
what we seen earlier.
I don't know if it's the other half, but it is his side of things. Which means as we scroll further down, maybe we'll come across that fucking shop again. Who knows? But obviously, 144, just a really nice range of miniatures painted up. From the sublime to the ridiculous. Look, there's a hooker smoking madman. Look at that. Oh, you're not going to see that for ages. I had to skip to the end, though, because I want to see the other page, because I know there are two pages. So we'll we'll move back up. Oh, look at that. Look, there's a still where he can make his special Van Rier alcohol. Or produce zombies. Those are nice. The beetle-looking robots.
Which are way down, potentially.
I will not say way down. If it's not early color flip, I'd be surprised. Does it say? Oh, it is Vallejo color shift. There we are. To give them an insect-like look. See, once again. Look, there's a big red phone box filled with zombies.
Yeah, to the brim.
That's why you never open a phone box. Never open a phone box.
We don't even have phone boxes here anymore.
You know, there's one across the road from me. I'm not entirely certain why, except for people who use it as a mid-journey urinal. If you've left the bar, you're not at home yet, you're dying to go, just go in the phone box.
Why would you go in the phone box? Don't you have trees in Ireland?
Yeah, but I mean, that would be doing it outside. It's terrible.
Yeah, but it also...
Sort of a savage, are you?
That's a rhetorical question, isn't it?
Yep.
Still not found the shiny insecty robots you were
Oh,
talking about.
you were at them whenever I said it, so they were
Oh.
way up. Oh, it's been so long ago. Look, there's the guy with his crack pipe.
Will we find them again?
Took on this, Mr. Bond. Took on this. I don't imagine you will. Oh, Jesus. It's about a third of the way down.
These ones?
Said in high questioning voice. Nope. Do they look like shiny green beetles? Jesus, you're bad.
Yes, I am. Also, I'm halfway drunk.
Oh, my God. Oh, we should be thankful you're not on the Hitler juice tonight.
Count your blessings. I don't have any. Currently.
Yep.
There is no shiny robot, dude.
Yep. 100%. Scroll for all you're worth, man. Scroll, scroll, scroll.
I'm already down again now.
Oh, scroll, scroll, scroll. Oh.
Or is it a second page and you're just pulling my leg?
Nope. Hands up, everybody in the audience who've seen them twice now as he's passed them.
Shiny beetles.
Shiny robots
Oh,
like beetles.
These ones.
Give the man a big cigar. Huh?
Please don't. I don't smoke.
Hola, Didi. Tim being unable to navigate or focus on what a green beetle-looking robot is. That's mostly what you've missed. So is Toil and Trouble any good? Asking for a friend. I've ordered some other things. That was also the Rotten Harvest version of the Swamp Fiends. So I've got the full set. Because then I think it's like 50 points. It's not really, it's 48 points. It's as close as I can get, but anyway.
Rotten tomatoes.
That's what we're going to go with.
Yes, Crispin, of course, your hand is up because your other hand is busy, I presume.
Oh, it's just the worst.
So Ryder is tricky to play, but nothing won't be able to handle. She's a lot of fun.
If you say so. The good thing is the other fella is completely new to it as well, and then the fella who's teaching us more or less went, well, third edition was like a complete reset, so we'll all kind of learn together how it works. I was like, okay, we'll do that then.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to learn a new game, to have people who actually play with you.
Well, DD threatened or offered, depending on your point of view, to run me through it using the internet. So,
oh no!
So that could have been, I mean, it could have been much worse for him. As it is, he's getting off lightly. Do I know what crews they are playing? I don't know what, and I'll have to use like terrible screen names here because I don't know them in real life yet. But Demon Kin has not all the crews, but a lot of the crews. I was asking him whether or not, excuse me.
Bless you.
I was asking whether or not I need to get a fate deck, and he went, oh no, I've got like 12 different fate decks here, just a regular deck of cards will do. So it's like, okay, so he's bringing a couple of people with him and just coming down with a fuckload of crews. Romor is working on a crew. What the fuck is that? In fact, the easiest way is to do this. And then Timberlake can just put it up on screen, and then that way I don't have to think or anything. Is that how that works? Oops.
Potentially.
Let's say yes. He's making those. Which
Scallywobs.
I think are for something that we might be playing discuss.
Japanese scallywobs?
Jan Lo. Is it filth? Because I can get my excuses in first by going, I brought fluff based on the fact that it's some sort of witch. So that looked fun to paint. Whereas he's bringing filth, terrible filth. Only have a real name on Thursdays. Shh, don't tell anyone. They'll all be following you.
Low.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, that's good. Well, thankfully, that guy, Jan Lo fella, he's the other new player who doesn't know how to play the game yet. So.
And he's using Army Painter files by the looks of it.
Yeah, go nuts. They don't fight any worse. But yeah, so that'll be 29th we're playing that game. Because this weekend I'll be watching Down in the Telteen Cup. And then nothing on 22nd. Yeah, 29th we're playing. You can obey them and use their powers against them. Oh, that's good. It's like using a priest in Warcraft to mind control somebody off a bridge.
Oh no! Why would you do that?
Because then you get to watch them fall.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, it is. It is like that. But yeah. Anyway, I'll take pictures. You'll hear about it whether you want to or not. Just saying. It's fucking happening.
You're going to talk about it on the XLBS, I hope.
Oh shit, yeah. What is the XLBS for? So
where do we go now from here? Which project lurks in the dark?
Well, this is Swiss cheese.
Adam Lee 999. Very negative guy, and also he cancelled his project. He doesn't give any reason why he cancelled it. It went for a good start and then just went kaput.
Who knows? Maybe he had to sell them all. But most importantly, he's got a big fuck off unit of Gallo glass right there at the top, looking awesome.
There's a fuck ton of metal on the table.
Well, yeah, because how else would you get an army if you didn't use metal? I'm confused. Without metal, there is no army. You need metal. 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 I think it's one of the Perry's casualty figures.
Maybe, since he's still a paying cog, obviously, seeing as he still has the icon next to him.
It's because he had to sell the miniatures to fund his cog subscription. That's how it went.
That would be horrible.
Terrible. But look at those Gallo glass from the Jura drawings. German, you know.
Yeah, I seem to remember that name from some point in time.
Albrecht. Because weirdly, there are no Irish. Well, I don't even think there are any English illustrations of Gallo glass of the period, but apparently they were double hard bastards on the continent. So there was a few Swiss German artists who captured them all over fucking creation, lamping the shit out of people for cash and money.
Well, maybe he wants to restart his love on this project now that he's been pestered by us.
I assume that's exactly it. Who knows though? Who knows? They are late Gallo glass though. I mean, look at them. They're all like 15th, 16th century. Look at them with
Just
their
looking-
swords.
Just looking at
Swords.
this little set he has,
Yes.
my first impression was this is not an army. He's building a diorama.
You know, the nice thing about historic games is that your command stands are often little mini dioramas because they didn't fight. If your leader was fighting, then you've done something horrendously wrong. The boar has a claw where its willy should be. That would explain why it's screaming. I mean, if it didn't have that, would its tongue be out? I don't think it's a claw, to be fair. I think it is its willy. It's a little red rocket.
Red rocket, red rocket.
That is a bear rampant. Go on, Tim. No, not the miniature. Get to the shield. Look at it.
Yeah, that's a rocket. For sure.
It's accuracy there.
That's not.
You want them tightly packed, not socially distanced. Fucking right. That's a great way of putting it. I should say that the next time Warren puts everything on 32mm round bases.
I feel at some point there needs to be a law against round bases.
When I am king, there will be. I'm about to have resin and rye, which I thought was very appropriate. You know how I pick my stuff based on names. Yeah, resin and rye, an American-style barley wine, brewed with Maris Otter hops. See, so it's resin and an otter. I mean, clearly it's made for me. If it's shit, though, I'm blaming somebody else.
If it's shite, you can say it's coming straight from a 3D printer.
It's 10.7%. So as far as little beers go, she's a doozy.
That would knock me out instantly.
Yeah.
It's water washable resin. Cocaine beer on a shield.
It's fucking hell of a head on that. I'll have to leave that a minute. Yeah. I'm gonna pester Adam Lee. Oh, it was Joe, wasn't it? Adam and Joe. I was trying to remember TV thing. I was wondering if he was doing it backwards. Who are you? Oh, he does have British Paras. I remember his British Paras. Has that project been updated in a while? We're watching you. No, it hasn't. He's a fucking really good painter. He needs to get back to those Gallo glass.
Do your hobby stuff.
Just bear with me. Just tell him now. Beats stalking fucking Ewok and his private things.
Ewok keeps ignoring you.
Yeah, well, you know, you can keep ignoring me all he wants. It doesn't stop me getting into his little tiny private project and touching everything.
Well, but isn't he allowed to touch his own privates?
Don't mind if he does. I'm touching them anyway.
Good to know. You leave my private things out of this.
Yep.
Too late, lad. Too late.
Love to. Been in there swimming around. It's great. Mad Squirrel Brew. Sounds great. Unfortunately, it's not held in my local offie.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Because I've seen it before. I'm aware of Mad Squirrel's work. I just can't get it.
Don't you just love these questions popping up? Are you over the legal drinking age? Brackets, in your country of residence?
Sure, go nuts.
And if I say yes, nobody's going to control that anyway, so... Do they sell anywhere else? I guess not.
Oh, they probably do. They're probably in some sort of weird tap rooms or something. You never know your luck.
No, let's not go down that route. I think we have one more project.
One more.
Oh, die.
Tiny falcon. And in case you happen to watch this after having been told that you were visited by the Hobby Hangout, I'm just going to say, give me back my sock, you goat bastard.
What?
It's just for me and him. Don't worry about him. Move on.
Okay.
So this is...
a vermin army.
This is Glossy's Vermin for Dead Zone.
Thanks to the people.
Yep. Which he was trying to get his Dead Zone Force painted up. This was for 2nd edition. Every now and again, Glossy appears. So I seen him a few weeks ago in the YouTube chat on the Weekender. So he's still there, Glossy, painting away, playing games. I know his brother was big into, I think, Age of Sigmar, as were a lot of the other people in around Oslo where he was playing. Which means, unfortunately, despite having access to a better game, I think he was forced into playing that.
Just like Ben being held captive by his friends.
I honestly, I would put my head in my friends if they said that. It'd just be like, really? You wouldn't even fucking play me once a month in the game I want to play? I'm stuck playing your game all the time. Because you're cunts. Because it doesn't sound like your friends. It sounds like your cunts. Oh, you little
I can understand if somebody doesn't want to buy into a new game. But
Smashing. So then what's why they're making their friends buy into a new game then?
Yeah.
It goes both ways.
It does.
Yeah. There was a man playing the piano there. He was like a ginger.
That's the music he had playing for the painting session.
Oh, right. And it wasn't Sigur Rós. It's kind of appalling.
Make a little experiment.
Although, I mean, unless you happen to know him, then the fact that Sigur Rós wouldn't make a difference.
If I were to listen to this kind of music whilst painting miniatures, I'd be dead asleep after about 20 minutes, at least. I mean, to each is their own, but no.
Of course, Vermin, utter filth, as we discovered. Not as terrible filth in Dead Zone, as Paul learned. But by fucking firefight, are they filth? Oh, he's never borrowing those tunnel runners off me again. It's fucking right now I'm saying no. But they're getting a new, I don't know what they're getting new, but they are one of the, I think every army is getting some sort of new thing in the command protocols book when it comes out. So yeah, when there's a hurdy-gurdy kick in that video, about 1.5 minutes in. Don't want you to know though.
Not on my watch.
All about the hurdy-gurdy. You sound like a tortoise having sex with a croc.
I still can't get that picture out of my head with the tortoise trying to have sex with the ball with
Right.
giant penis just swinging around.
Go tortoise, huh? What was I say?
Scary things.
It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Oh, good in the hood. So what's your plan for the rest of your time off then, you mad bastard?
I need to do some more work, sadly. The cats need to be taken to the vet to get shots.
Okay.
Not shot. No, not take it back. Just shots, flu, and stuff.
Just checking.
And even the worst part is I need to make an appointment for the day of the schnips.
Oh. Not like
I
Schnapp.
already feel bad.
Have you ever seen the young Finnish girl in Lapland giving the snip to a reindeer?
Yes, thank you.
Could you not just do that with the cat, save you a trip?
Nope.
Right.
Because they're too tiny, and my eyesight isn't as good enough.
I mean, surely if they're tinier, it's easier.
Now,
There's not as much to chew on.
There's nothing you can grip. Also, cats are more agile than deer.
Harsh but fair, I feel. Harsh but fair.
And then maybe do some painting once the temperature reaches a point.
Painting?
My paint does not dry up on the tip of a brush.
Brush tippings. I'll be painting some Wiki Wiki Wawa people. I've got the Magnificent Seven. I've got a whole handful of Mexicans. I've got Juicy Wheels, which I was cleaning up when Crispin put on the Outlaw Juicy Wheels in the Saturday session for the House of Water Best House, which was very apt, I felt, and not planned in any way, shape, or form. It's just really weird. So, yeah.
Ask Justin about snipping. Nope.
There's no point. He denies it. Then he gets all twitchy. Twitchy.
And grabs his clippers.
What's it? He said, I haven't had to do that in ages. It's like, okay. That's just because you don't buy models that may or may not require the snippage. I mean, it's probably going to turn out that Justin was that guy selling erotic pictures of himself to Hugh Edwards on the BBC for 35 grand or whatever it was. There must be some reason.
Handful of Mexicans sounds like a really ropey Italian Western.
Well, you're not far away because several of them are based on the spaghetti Western. So, well, in fact, there's a whole fucking slew of them that are based on the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and the Fistful of Dollars films. So it's really good. Which is why I've got Klaus Kinski, the hunchback German.
You know, I found last week that I don't need to miss my local video rental store.
Yeah.
Because for some odd reason, people are selling their DVDs for less than I would pay for rentage.
Right. There you go.
So I'm now starting to buy movies I would usually just rent for the same amount of money.
Fair enough. It's one way of doing it, I suppose. One way of doing it.
Carbonara Western. Oh, now I'm getting hungry.
No. Jam. It's funny you say that because obviously spaghetti Western, but Knuckle Duster, because they're not official models for anything. The Mexicans I have from the Dollars films are referred to as the Linguini henchmen.
Oh god, that nearly had me.
So, in that respect, very close.
Linguini.
The Linguini henchmen. To go with the Linguini characters.
Are you even following nice yet?
Could be.
Hello, I'm Marco.
I need to. Oh, it's a Night Runner. Okay. Sorry. It was just go back through to see who I need to torment. just don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm totally fine as long as I'm not the target of torment.
Yep. No, you're not. Not until you do some more stuff with your bot wars. Looking forward to the dinos coming. Bop, bop, bop. Yeah, because that'd be good.
There was on the XLBS, Ben was making mashups of kits from Stargrave and Frostgrave. Yes.
Yes.
For the Doomed.
Yes.
I had an idea for a video.
It's a sexy idea.
I don't know. That's why I'm going to
just checking.
To give it to you, and you give me your honest opinion on it. So
this book that isn't out yet. This one.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. Don't worry about it.
So
It's a big day since I've broken NDA.
I'm thinking about buying 2 boxes, one random Frostgrave and one random Stargrave, and just do blind pickings of building miniatures. So basically just making piles of heads and arms and torso.
Go nuts. Yeah. Nobody can stop you. Once you bought them, they're literally yours. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Do you think that would be a viable, interesting thing for the YouTubes? That's the question.
In general, probably not. Is there? Oh, there's 2. This one's got 2 ribbons in it. It's not often Ospreys fucking splash the cash like that. If you tie it to a game, possibly, because then at least you can go, I'm building them randomly, and now I've got to work out how to cobble these into a fieldable faction for a game. So that might be interesting, because just the Osprey / North Star's kits are all made to be interchangeable / kit bashable. Hence why North Star are selling a selection of boxes as a kit bash build at the moment.
Oh, they do?
Oh yeah. Because they've got the new scavengers that are coming out soon. Again, these aren't released yet. Still worry about that. So yeah, they've been working on those with the scrappers coming. I've got the demons, the soldiers, and the barbarian box to mix with them. But yeah, it's one of those things, because the kits are ubiquitous. All the heads fit all the bodies, all the arms fit all the bodies. You can't fail to build. Actually sticking them together probably isn't massively interesting. But if you stick a load of them together blind and then go, right, what way can I field these? That could be fun. Poor Ben got a list from me that just went, it was just like cut and pasting the listings of the soldiers. I was like, build 2 of these, build 3 of these, build 1 of these, build 1 of these with a mace, build 1 of these with whatever you want, I don't care, build 1 of these. It's like, okay. So he had to put together a faction based off that and paint it. And hopefully it'll be with us this week. If not, it's been lost in the post, and this is going to be a very frantic fucking run up to a theme week.
Nick, that's a given. The video title would be something along those lines. This is totally not for 40k Warhammer or something.
Oh yeah, make it clickbaity as hell. Oh fuck yeah. The video GW told me to take down. That type of thing.
Games Workshop does not want you to know this, but you can kit bash.
Games Workshop do not want you to know this. You're allowed to buy miniatures from other companies and play their games. Bam.
Come and stop me. I'm playing Gorka Morka with these random assorted miniatures.
Strong brown coat vibes at the scavengers. Yeah, I mean, no more so than any of the rest. The fact that all of them have got some sort of long coat is handy. But there's only one that's really sort of brown coaty. One looks like he's fucking Darth Vader with a coat going on, but the others are they're more wizards with dusters. And then you've got some guys in little SAS woolly hats, and other ones with berets and shit like that on, and then some weird fucking aliens creeping around the place.
So you're saying they are doing some kind of
yeah, if you're on the North Star page, top of it, they normally have a bargain section. Click on bargains, and they've got like fucking 10 different deals where it's like, buy this with these sprues, buy this with these boxes, buy this many boxes with these other boxes.
Okay.
But because they are so interchangeable, they're designed that way. So there's some weird builds with these though. Like you can have 2 hands on like little joysticks type of thing, or psychic people going, fucking fry your head.
And the scavenger box.
Great.
And the scavenger box is yet to be released.
Yeah, no, these aren't out yet. I mean, they're not even, the pre-order's not even finished yet. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about any of this. It's not here. Not here.
Well, it's not a box, it's just a sprue of some description.
Well, it was 4 sprues, but I had to send 2 of them to Ben. There's a really nice drum mag on like a combat shotgun type rifle affair. But it's like at a 60-degree angle off it. So it's kind of like an AK sickle clip kind of thing coming off at a weird angle. It's a really nice long barreled weapon, just saying. And then they've got a couple where the clips are taped together, back to back, so they can pull out and flip and for fast reloading.
Well, I think I'll need to have a look-see.
Yep, you should do. Look, there's an alien with a woolly hat on. It's the same sort of aliens that you get on the other Stargrave things, so you'll see some of the faces are familiar, although obviously weird as fuck. Da, 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 da.
When taking your sprue, that shall also go on the list of Hotbin.
Yeah, so well, I mean, I don't think they have any problems with the old stock of Stargrave and Frostgrave because as far as the games go, they're both very well represented. But it never hurts to give people the options. You know, I don't want to buy 20 barbarians, but I do see the bonuses of having a set of 5 hairy barbarians that I can mix and match bodies with. You know,
Trying to find my boxes of... Oh god. Way
try
down there.
fight your boxes, fight
If
your
you
way
hear
out your
loud noises,
boxes.
I'm falling off the chair.
Oh, that would be terrible. I'd hardly be able to stop myself laughing.
Yeah, so I still got remnants of the old boxes.
Yep, I think that might be what they sent me. It was either knights or soldiers. I can't remember which. I could find out because it's literally behind me. But there's packing peanuts in the way.
Goodbye,
Oh,
Miranda.
Jesus. Hey, it's
This
nice.
is what I really, really love about these boxes
Interested.
is
What the fuck is below
you
that?
build all the miniatures and you still have so many fucking options.
I believe young Ben has a lady scavenger choking a chicken. Not sure why that's on a sprue or why he felt the urge to include it, but he did. I've got Frostgrave Knights and Frostgrave Barbarians to go with my scavengers.
I'm trying to figure out a way how to randomize this without clipping everything off the sprues.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I'm guessing not.
Not even no, but fuck no. And I've got my demons as well. I mean, why would you want to? Or do you mean randomize bodies and then randomize arms and randomize everything?
Yeah, at least sorting arms left and right should be something you do prior, because otherwise...
Because I mean, with heads, there's 20 odd for the scavengers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 23. There are 23. You can't even roll a d20 with these fucks. There's so many of them.
But I still
Frostgrave
have
Barbarians might get folded into my King's War Army, though, folks. Spoilers.
at
Just
least
saying.
20 wizard hats, 22.
20 wizard hats. Oh, interesting.
And some
Boxes
unknown
of warriors.
amount
Oh,
of
be interesting.
Frostgrave warrior hats, and yeah. So I'm not not really short on heads.
No, well, there's plenty of options. That's a good question, though. I will have to dig out because obviously sci-fi have a different build from that's Wild West. Sci-fi have a different build from their historic at War Games Atlantic. So I think they should have the right type of head / neck that you could combine those. What do you
Bind your neck.
Mind your neck in, big man. Mind your neck in. I've just found a load of cowboy bits. Oh, well, there's no way some scavenger isn't going to end up with a cowboy hat and possibly a shotgun or a pair of saddlebags. Also, there's a reason I kept them around, and it was for something. Why did I keep my spare cowboy bits around?
For reasons.
Yeah, but I've been trying to be good recently and just chuck things in the bin. So
Holy smokes. I just went to the pre-order page of the scavengers.
Yep.
Almost £11,000 spent so far.
Yep. Like I say,
Jesus.
it's, they're well represented. They don't really need to worry about selling old slow stock. Chinese. I've War Games Atlantic Chinese that I'm going to use to turn them into Tong for Dead Man's Hand. Right. Tim, write that down because there's no way I'm going to remember that by the time I actually get around to doing it. But I'll find some War Games Atlantic sci-fi and mix them with the scavengers, see how well they look. Have I watched The Warrior? You'd have to be more than The Warrior. I've watched The Warriors.
That's a weird one, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it's that weird.
Come out and play. How can I find out how...
Come out and play. No, I've watched that.
how much postage is on this?
It would just be standard North Star postage from the North Star. So Nick would be able to tell you. It's a modern take on Kung Fu. Okay.
Everybody's kung fu fighting.
The Warriors Asian cinema. Oh, no, I've not seen that.
Click on things to buy while drunk.
I'll have to have a wee look though, because I am a fan of Asian cinema. Hong Kong cinema is amazing.
20% on all products to Europe. Minimum £5.50. Maximum 20%. No, okay.
It's on HBO Max. Do all the Wargames Atlantic models lack a mix section? Blah blah blah. Actually, I've got Aztec there, so I can answer you that to some respect. Ooh, I found some more cowboy bits. I wouldn't say they lack a midsection per se, because surely the Aztec bodies are one piece, same as their Dark Age stuff. But the Aztec style of miniature has a very odd set of armor on them that make them look a bit squat, because they've got that. They've got those weird like gambesons on, except they're not Gambis, but similar to that.
Jet Li movies. Oh, I remember those, I think. Yeah, Ewok, I totally can get behind that. Kit bashing is just utterly relaxing. And I would do it much more and much more often if our budget wasn't as tight on the hobby. And
compare with the rest of the Aztecs.
And I wasn't so quote unquote afraid of mixing different ranges.
Afraid? Well, part of the Doomed book behind me, which isn't out yet, don't worry about it. Anna, unpronounceable surname, from the Gardens of Hecate, did most of the miniatures in it. It was all it's very much all about kit bashing and converting. And I'm planning on interviewing her. But if you've not seen her work, it's fucking outstanding. She's even done a couple of little miniature ranges, which I know people have definitely seen, because a few of them have appeared in Discord recently because they just got a Kickstarter through.
Fruit made out of spruce look better than the actual fruit. Don't tell Lloyd.
That's not going to be difficult. No, difficult.
Jill, I can understand that, but at the same time, I wouldn't be able to put them together.
I still can't pronounce that. It has accents.
Anna Polanchak.
If you say so, Ted. Crit Army from Sprues. Oh, why is that not in Discord with Lloyd tagged repeatedly? And don't worry about it, I'm about to fix that now, mind you, but you know.
This actually looks good. That's some talent there. these crew all wear some kind of camouflage device, and hence they are not very visible on the field of battle.
That is fucking awesome, though. It's distinctly the silhouette of that crude shaper, which is fucking hilarious in and of itself. Look, crit hounds and everything.
It's just
Now, there's a clickbaity, GW don't want you to know this little secret. You can literally double your army size. You can buy one army and then build a second army out of the leftover sprues.
I mean, just thinking about this, getting just base colors on and sitting on the other edge of the table, I think most people would have to look twice.
Cowboys are for Dead Man's Hand conversions. Oh, that's literally just the thing I've asked you to remind me about and I'd already forgotten. Thank you. Oh, best house. So what we're
It's
doing,
100% official Games Workshop army if it's made from Games Workshop sprues.
pin that. I'll really confuse people joining at some point looking in that channel.
Could be worse.
Could it be?
It is worse.
How worse is it?
On
Out of beer?
fumes.
Oh, no.
All dried up.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yes.
The resin and rye isn't bad. I mean, it's not amazing. Don't think I'd go back to it, but it's not bad. I've got some, not now, the adults are talking in the fridge. So.
I just love... You should use these beer titles for your projects.
Yeah.
Just make the name of the beer the title of the entry and put a picture of the can as an entry picture and say, this is what I'm drinking while doing this.
This is that we had the conversation the other day. It's like, I put up a picture and Crispin's going, what the fuck is that? I'm going, that's the beer I'm drinking. It's called Deep in the Woods. A homage to a triple album of pastoral psychedelia and funky folk rock, 1968 to 1973 from Strawberry Records. I'm going, sure, why not?
Someone at that brewery is having fun.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Album compiled by Richard Norris and artwork
Nick
by
has
Vincent
finished
Pike.
his latest diorama, which took 3 months. What the hell is he supposed to do now? Make a report.
Well, didn't you pick up some stuff from Dead Man's Hand, Nick?
I'm pretty sure there's a mountain of plastic and metal waiting.
But he has dead work. He has Dead Man's Hand. I'm positive.
Does he?
I'm positive he does. I got a fucking jerry can off him for introducing him to Dead Man's Hand, which leads me to believe he must have something for Dead Man's Hand. Otherwise, why would I get a jerry can for it? Don't even know if you kids have seen this yet.
If it has been released, I've seen it, but I probably can't remember.
It's a hip flask that is also a jerry can.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Sucking Diesel.
Sucking Diesel. We're sucking Diesel
I think
now.
he showed that up in one weekend.
My done. Had I been drinking at the time? It's difficult to say.
Actually.
I have so many hip flasks. That's weird because I
You never use them.
Not these days. When I was younger, I used to. But these days, it's just like, fucking bring a bottle, fuck yous. That's me there, so it is. It's like
Man minis for Nick. He played in Korean. Wouldn't mind doing a Western diorama though.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, be like that then. See if I care. I don't. When are you coming down to play again? Just asking for a friend. Friend is me. I don't have any friends.
Used to decorate hip flask before I got into gaming. Well, decorating hip flask would be a cheaper hobby, I think.
Oh, it depends what you put in the hip flask.
As long as he's
Chatty bye. August 19th. Had I made a note of that? Oh, that's RPG Day, isn't it, for August? Yes, it is. Oh. But that's okay, because that's only the RPG. We can still get a game in before or after that. I remember that. That's okay.
Just hit him with something over the head and then drag him off to some quiet part of the studio. Store him there for the next day.
Seems excessive. Seems very
Or just
excessive.
put on some porn on YouTube and pull up a chair.
Could do that, certainly.
And before I talk more gobshite, I'm going to stop the stream.
Oh, too death.
I'm getting really tired and drunk.
Oh.
Also, the urge rises to get up and go into the kitchen and grab a beer. But,
Oh, wow. Sorry. No, just go ahead. I've just seen somebody's painting up Marius Leitdorf, the electric card of Everland, doing freehand sun, the sullen sun on the back of the horse. It's in the old hammer grip. Matthias Hedstrom. So.
Which is over on face page, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, don't worry about it though. Look, it's the old classic fucking Marius as well, not the new shitty one.
Well, I'll leave you with that. Jerry, good luck on hunting your little fly friend.
Oh, I'm going to set fire to the room. It's the only way I can get rid of it.
Can't improve the heat anymore. So
No.
see you a lot next week. If I'm
Bye.
not here, IFK
Yes,
fell off. I'm rambling. Bye.
Hey,
Get off my lawn.